People aren't learning. Didn't you see? You got to get on Twitter. Like there's people lining up for pre-construction
Yeah.
house projects again.
Yeah.
Like there's people paying people to line up for them.
Oh, stupid.
Like what the hell?
Someone was actually talking to me this weekend about it, and they were talking
Right?
about,
It's like
yeah,
what the fucking
they
hell?
were going to.
In 1999, when I paid 286 including like a upgrade because I backed onto the park or something like that,
Mhm.
right? 286 and that was a stretch and a half. Now people the decision is like should I drop $1 million on this little fucking townhouse in
286 is the premium.
Pickering?
That's the premium, right?
286 was with the
Walkout
5
basement,
grand.
pie-shaped lot on the ravine. Two
Not
hundred and
quite.
$86,000 premium.
Not quite. Yeah, the premium's 286.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the pie shop. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember my father-in-law was like, get the bigger house, just spend an extra 50 grand. And I was like, are you fucking crazy? Like, this is the
Mm.
scariest thing I've ever done. I
Yeah.
think like mortgage rates were 3.85.
Mm-hmm.
The house was 286, man. My wife had a bunch of money coming in. We probably had half in cash. Like this shouldn't have been so scary, but back then it was the scariest thing ever. I don't even know what I made back then. We're
Mm-hmm.
buying this fucking house and we're taking on a mortgage. And if I only listened, TK, 50 grand more got me like a big house with a pie shaped lot. And like when I sold, I would have made way more money. Way more money. Not that I did like poorly or anything, but it
Mm-hmm.
was crazy back then. Like every 2 years, if you were willing to move, you could make a lot of money if
Yeah.
the timing was right.
Yeah. 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 That was my experience too.
If the timing was right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if in the middle you decide to build monster houses on 150% leverage, and borrow from like not the safest people on earth,
Mm-hmm.
like doesn't matter what everybody else
Things
and
change
the
quick,
rest of the
right?
market does.
And
Yeah,
I
things
think that'll
change.
be the thing right now is how much how over leveraged are people right now, and those will be the people
We may
who
not
took it like.
find out though if the prices go up again. You don't understand
No,
how
no, they're over leveraged, and the people who
they
lent them the
won't get
money want their
hurt as
money, and the
bad.
rates are too high for them to sustain, and they have no option to refinance. So no, we're gonna find out
But what happens
100%.
when prices go up? People want to buy again. And all of a sudden, all those people in the
No,
sidelines are
they
like, I'm
they
coming
might they
in,
might be
baby.
able to
Here I come.
sell and lose less money, but the over leveraged people right now are the
Right.
ones who are all gonna get killed.
You think? You
Yeah.
don't think
The
this could
over leverage. That's the people who are not as
I
over
want to
leveraged
know
and have or have like a little
where's
bit of
that
equity
line?
left. There's like a second mortgage guy who will come and save the day to get them through the next year. They have these little options left,
If
but
you're
when
where,
you're at
like
like
what's over leveraged
85% loan to value or higher,
is considered over leveraged,
in my opinion. Yeah,
in your opinion?
yeah.
And what about the people that lend money? What about their opinion? What do they consider
65,
is
70.
over
Well,
leveraged?
it just depends on the lender, but the good private lender guys, yeah, they're gonna probably be at 75 max because they know you lend it at
75,
75, it
yeah.
could be worth 5% less the next day. Now you're at your max 80, which you were at before. Could go down 10%. Now you're 85, you're uncomfortable. You don't
Oh,
want to be there.
so you got guys that were at like 80% of an inflated value, and
Yeah, and
now,
and they went down to 100% loan to value
right?
in
No, and
6 months.
now they're only
And
able
then
to get 65% of the new value. And it's
yeah,
like, what?
yeah.
Oh, that's a big nut to fucking
Exactly.
come
And
up
those
with.
are the guys. So those are the situations that are coming up right
Oh,
now on my plate that are all tough to deal with. And you
oh
see where the
God.
mistakes are. Like, it's like a mystery. It's not like, how did we get here? It's like, well, here, this is how we got here. How do we fix it? Well, there's only so many options. And I will have
Oh,
to
you know
start
how we fix it? We
not
print
I
more money.
there are listings that I can't take. I'm not saying that there's a ton of those right now, but there's certain listings that they don't have a solution. There is no solution. They don't have the money to pay off the total amount of mortgage on the property. They're underwater, and the
So
solution is to
go through the
get
process.
another job
Get
and to cut
another
back on your
job.
expenses, to cancel your